Hello, everyone. It's a late live for me. I don't generally come live this hour of the evening, but I just finished a little dance party and I was feeling energized and excited. So I thought now would be a good time to come and have a little chat. And my hair is all crazy and wonky because I haven't washed it yet. And I'm going to do that after we're done here because I want to have nice fresh hair for tomorrow's event. Who's coming to tomorrow's event? I'm super excited. It's Create the Life You Crave tomorrow, which is amazing. And it's going to be so good. And it's going to finish off these 9 days that we've had together from beginning of May and into June beautifully. It's going to be like the icing on top, the cherry on top of the sundae. I'm just here for it. Super excited. But that's not what I'm here to talk to you about today. So in the spirit of being fully transparent and again, dedicating myself to no longer performing or putting on an act of any kind, I really want to say that part of the reason that I'm coming on this live is because I've got this, I'm in this group where she drops these beautiful little strategy tips based on the astrological weather and what's happening in the energy that surrounds us all. And one of the things was go live without planning it, without determining what you're going to say. And so that's not usually something I do. When I come to you, I usually have a very specific reason, although you remember I did one a couple of weeks back where I shared a little bit what was going on in my day, and that was very unexpectedly emotional for me. So I am, and again, because of this performance thing that came up for me. And so there's going to be more of this that happens where I share a little bit more in real time of what things are looking like behind the scenes so that you can really get an idea of how I use my human design to really support me in times of challenge and in times when things aren't exactly rocking and rolling and in the energy that I love or that I'm used to. Because I'm not just here to share the good, right? Like I'm also here to share the messy. And I am committed to that because I think it is important for you to understand what it all looks like and what you can encounter when you are working on yourself, when you are working on feeling better, when you are navigating the ups and downs that come with navigating a chronic illness, disease, any kind of challenge in your life, really. And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the full moon because this is kind of a new thing for me. I've noticed over the last 6 to 8 months, that my energy levels really dip around the full moon. And you might have seen me talk about this a couple of times. And that is kind of something that makes me laugh because I always kind of thought that was woo-woo crazy, not real, like you guys, this is all in your head kind of energy. But here's the thing. The more embodied you become in who you really are, the more sensitive you become to all the things that are happening around you and within you. So it's this beautiful, the stronger you become, the more sensitive you become, which is just true. And it's beautiful and amazing. And so I did notice that I was getting these really like deep lulls around the full moon. And then around the new moon, I would get these bursts of energy and inspiration and this go energy. And so because I was noticing that over the last 6 to 8 months, and I was really struggling to do sessions around that time, to do events around that time. And I said to myself, you are in charge of your business and you get to decide when you do anything. So if you notice that your energy is not the greatest around the full moon, how about you give yourself some time and space around that time and give yourself what's called an integration week. And I love this. I'm super excited about this. And so my sacral was like, yes, let's do that. Like, that's very exciting. I responded to something. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, yes, let me have this time for myself. And so I'm the self-care queen for any of you who haven't been in my world a long time. Because I know we have a lot of newbies around here. Hello, welcome. I'm so excited that you are here. Please invite your friends. Like if you find any kind of value here, please invite your friends to come and join the party. But the point that I'm getting to is like this week was really all about me and how like indulgent and how like, it's It's just, but hello, like I'm here for it. Like this is what I talk about. This is what I share. How important it is to take care of yourself. How important it is to build a life that supports you. How important it is to create a life you love. Like so I get to do that, and it gets to look however I want it to look. So this week, so I did notice in the days leading up to the full moon, I actually was very energized, which is not always the case because I had given myself a 2-day before and a 2-day after buffer. And anyway, too many things happening in my mind at the same time. I'm going to take a sip of my water. Let's ground my energy a little bit. So I gave myself a bit of a buffer. And I noticed in the days leading up to it that I was actually pretty energized and I was like getting things done. And so I had an integration list of things I wanted to get done during this week, things that were important to me that I really wanted to make sure I didn't miss out on. So like there were some things with my own mentor, there were some things with my business, there were some things for this event that we're having on Friday that I really wanted to have in place and put together so that I really could take Wednesday and Thursday this week to myself completely, because the full moon was Tuesday night. So the effects really hit me on Wednesday. And so, yeah, that's true. That's right. I'm looking at my watch being like, yeah, that's right. That's correct information. So I had this burst of energy on Monday and Tuesday. So I got pretty much everything that I wanted to get done this week was done in terms of what needed to get done outside of allowing myself to kind of be with myself. And this was the whole point of this integration period. I'm sorry, my dog is licking his paws and we are getting ready to go on vacation, and I want to make sure he does not get hot spots before we leave because he has done that in the past. So I might interrupt myself a few times to give him a little shake and stop him from doing that. Real life problems. Anyway, so I woke up on the Wednesday after the full moon. So the full moon was out on Tuesday night. I woke up that morning with a headache, really tired. I don't sleep well during the full moon. Like there's something about the energy of that time that I just don't sleep the same as I do the rest of the time. I'm a really good sleeper, but I also am the person who needs a certain amount of sleep. And if I don't get it, I really get funky and my energy is just off and weird. And it's always weird around the full moon. Like I always have a weird sleep. So I didn't sleep super well. I did go to bed early that night in preparation, knowing that there was a chance that I wasn't going to wake up feeling the best. And so I woke up with a headache. I am really lethargic, like so lethargic. And I was like, oh no, like, cause I was kind of hoping that because I was so energized on Monday and Tuesday, that was kind of going to go into Wednesday and the rest of the week. I'm like, maybe I don't even need all this time. Like maybe I'm going to like be like a trooper through this. And anyway, it didn't happen. I definitely felt the heaviness of the moon, and all of this stuff started coming to the surface. And I did have a plan on the kinds of things I wanted to look at. The patterns that I see in myself that kind of keep repeating and kind of get on my nerves, to be quite frankly, and I know are causing issues for me in business. So I did have some areas of my human design chart that I wanted to look at and explore in a little bit more depth to really help support me, but also to kind of excavate and bring up some of the crap that I know is lingering underneath there, but I just can't always see. And I'm not really a big advocate of this because I spent a really long time doing this kind of work where I was like, let me dig up all the shit of my life. Let me dig up all of the mess, all of the crap, all of the wounds, all of the hurt, all of the pain. Let me dig it all up and let me heal it all, move it all, and so that I can be perfect. Like when I first started down this road, I was very much in this, let me dig it all up so I can fix it mentality. There is nothing to fix. So I don't go deep on these excavation, like, journeys very much anymore, because I know after years of doing this kind of work that whatever is ready to go, it's going to come up and be ready to go when it's ready. Like it's going to It's going to show its face to me when it's ready. But because I knew I was going to be experiencing some heaviness anyway, I was like, well, this is a perfect opportunity for me just to go a little bit deeper and to look at some of the things that I will be honest and say I have been resistant to look at up to now. And there was a good reason for that. So there was a very, very good reason for that, because it brought up some really crappy memories. Some memories of when I was not at my best, from like the ages of like 16 to probably about 36. So about a 20-year period. I mean, that's a lot. Like it's a lot. Now, it was very specific. Like there were specific things that I could see. And so I was looking at specific gates in my chart, the gates where I know I have great power and great energy, but also has had the tendency to trip me up, because I swing more to the disempowered side, which we've been talking a lot about during our events. I've been swinging more to the disempowered side, and it's just really icky. And it's not even so much that I'm in that place now, because I'm not. I don't live in the disempowered side of this anymore. But what I noticed under this full moon is that I still carry a lot of the shame from what I was doing when I was living in the disempowered version. And so I'm going to get really specific on what this looked like for me, so that you can understand the kinds of things that were coming up and why it was uncomfortable for me. And so, for instance, there were instances where in my teen years and early 20s, and well into my 30s, if I'm honest, where I was very much lying. I mean, it doesn't make me happy. Lying to avoid confrontation, or lying to avoid disappointing someone, or lying to get what I wanted, which is very manipulative. And so, but it's true, and it happened, and I did that. And because of a lot of reasons, because I was carrying a lot of wounds, because I was a people pleaser at heart, because I didn't know how to have tough conversations without crying and without being told that you're too emotional or that you're too sensitive or whatever. So, not that it's anyone else's fault. My decisions are my decisions. I take full responsibility for the lies. Like, I take full responsibility for that. And it's funny because I actually have this conversation quite frequently with my husband when something comes up and we want to say no to something. Like if we get an invitation to do something and we don't want to do that, he always tries to come up with an excuse. And I have grown and evolved so much that I'm like, we don't need an excuse. We are grown-ups. We are adults. We get to say, no, thank you. And that's it. That's the end of it. And so it's interesting. I'm celebrating that I no longer feel the need to lie, that I can very much stand strong in my power and say, no, this is what I am available for. And I'm not saying it's not always uncomfortable. Like, so this came up for me this past spring, where my mom invited me to a family dinner and I didn't want to go. And so she asked me and I said, no, we have plans for this weekend. We're staying near the cabin. And like the plans were with each other. They weren't with anyone else. But they were still plans. Like we had planned out our weekend. And she said, well, like, why don't you just push off your plans and come to this dinner? And I was like, no. And she's like, why? And I said, I don't want to. And she was so taken aback by that. She was like, oh my God. She literally said, oh my God, as if like she was aghast that I would say I didn't want to. And I'm like, but I don't. And that is enough reason. Like, that is enough reason for me to say no. And so I am celebrating the difference, but what I've noticed under this full moon is that I'm still carrying some of that old energy, some of that old shame around not being able to stand strong in my power, some of that old shame about being a little bit narrow-minded, some of that old shame around being entitled, feeling superior. And listen, I'm not painting myself in a very good light, but this is all old stuff. Like, this is not current stuff, but it's coming up under this moon because I'm still carrying some of it. And I think there's a part of me that doesn't want to let it go, that doesn't feel worthy of letting it go, that feels like I should carry it, that I need to carry it, that I deserve to carry the burden of this, which is just bullshit. Like, it's such crap. Like, it's such crap. And this is the kind of stuff that keeps you from feeling as incredible as you can feel from day to day. This kind of stuff that is lurking under the surface. You can see how that could be really draining on your energy. So I really spent some time with this, really kind of dredging up the memories that were attached to each of these things and feeling into it. And it honestly, like, even though my energy was really heavy under this moon, I wasn't super emotional, which I loved. I was really tired, but I wasn't super emotional. And so I dredged it all up. And then I was like, okay, I'm ready to move this out now. Like, this doesn't have to be something I carry with me. I can forgive myself for these mistakes. I can forgive myself for these missteps. I can forgive myself for who I was when I didn't know any better. Or not even that I didn't know better. I didn't know how to deal with other people. I didn't have the capacity to be honest and to be forthright and to say what it is I really felt and meant. I kept the peace. I got along for the sake of getting along. And that's just not who I choose to be anymore. And it's not to say that I never do things that I don't want to do. I don't do much I don't want to do. I don't, because life's too short for that, firstly. But I mean, there are some times where I come to family stuff, not because like I'm super excited to go to family stuff, but because I want to be part of the family dynamic and I want to see the kids and I want to know what's happening with everybody. And so it's not from a place of, yes, let's do that sacral, yes, excited energy. It's from this place of, I really value my family. I really value my relationships, and I want to be connected, and I value being connected to my people. So I'm making this choice from that place because it honors my values and not just my body. And sometimes we do that, right? And that's okay, as long as you're not constantly sacrificing yourself, your energy. And so this kind of gone off on a tangent that I didn't expect when I started, but what's been awesome about this is that, so I dredged it all up. I did kind of an alchemy session, which is something that we do inside Your Divine Design. It's beautiful. And it was just this amazing opportunity to dredge up this stuff and move the energy out. And I actually ended up falling asleep during the alchemy, which is beautiful and still works, even though if you're not conscious to it, it still moves the energy. And I ended up having like a 2-hour nap, and it was amazing. I had the best nap, and I drank a ton of water, and I had a super hot shower, and I went to bed early and had a really good sleep. And I woke up today not feeling great and was like, okay, I guess I'm still not out of this yet. But then started moving around and doing some things, and my energy kind of rebounded and got really excited and got really happy and got to this place where you can see that I feel vibrant Like, even though I'm a mess, I feel vibrant and I feel excited. And so how my human design has been supporting me through that is through a couple of different places. And so I'm only going to draw attention to a couple of things. And so this was first my defined root, which really helps me be grounded and to ground my energy, to trust that it's okay to take this time, not feeling any force or hustle or push to do anything else except be here in this place. Like I was able to really tap in to my defined root. I did move my body and my sacral through it, not very much, like not very much, but enough to honor my body, to honor my values, to honor my standards, because my standards include moving my body every day. Like that's a non-negotiable part of my day. I have to move my body. Like that is so important for my body. It's so important for my sacral. It's so important for my health, for my well-being, for my mental state, all the things. Movement, non-negotiable. When you come to work with me, movement is a non-negotiable part of your day, and we can make it easy and simple and beautiful. And I also tapped into my gate 52. So for me, that is in the root center. And for me, that is in my unconscious sun. Yeah, that's right. It's in my unconscious sun, which is my guide to expansion. So when I'm going through something heavy, I tap into my unconscious sun to help me stay grounded, because it's in that root center, again, where I'm staying grounded. And it's the gate of stillness. So it's literally like the archetype of like the mountain. So think about a mountain. So it's about really being able to find that stillness within yourself. And this is why meditation is so good for me. And this is why journaling is so good for me. And why yoga is so good for me. Like these are practices that really support me in being able to move through these challenging thoughts and feelings with ease, so that I'm not a hot mess and I'm just able to navigate it with this beauty and without any incredible pain. Like this was not dramatic at all. It was heavy, but it was not dramatic. And it had the potential to be. Like it had the potential to be dramatic, and it was not, because I knew what to do, because I knew where to anchor my energy, because I know where I have consistent access, and I know what I need to do, and I know that I'm going to come out the other side with so much wisdom because of it, like because of this. And that's also in my 6th line. So like the 6th line of my profile is the embodied leader, the role model. I teach by doing. Like I go first, always. I will never teach you anything that I have never done myself. Never, ever, ever, ever. Like that wouldn't work for me. Like that's just it's not how I roll. Like it's not how I roll. So that is the beauty of knowing and being able to tap into your design and to navigate these heavy times with a lot more energy and ease, and being able to really come into my heart space and recognize that there are things that are keeping me from the magic that I'm here to spread. And I'm already spreading a lot of magic, but there's so much more available. And when you know that, when you feel that in your heart, like you know there's more. If you are here in this group, you know there's more, because you wouldn't be here if you didn't. Like you wouldn't need to be here. So it's this deep knowing of I'm made for more than this, and I can have more than this. And no matter how far you come, there is still always more available. Like the universe is magical and has so much to offer us, and we're here to experience it all in this lifetime. So like, let me be able to navigate these times in a way that I'm really proud of, and in a way that allows me to move from this darkness into the light in a way that, I don't know, it just feels good. Like, I just feel good. And I'm so happy to have had this time for myself where I have been practicing yoga every day, where I have been giving myself an affirmation every day, where I have been starting my day with 5 minutes of meditation before I do anything else. And these are not the things that I do all the time. Like, I practice yoga often. I don't necessarily do it every day. I meditate often. I don't necessarily do it every day. I mean, I used to. I used to be really rigid with my rituals, but now I'm so much more flexible with them. But during this integration period where I knew I was going to be digging up some stuff, releasing some stuff, and deciding to do things differently. Because this is the whole point of this. The whole point of excavating all of this old, crappy energy that no longer serves me is to make room for what I do want. Like, that's the whole reason. Like, it's not just for shits and giggles. It's not like I'm here to get rid of the stuff. Like, it's to get rid of the old stuff so I have room for the new. Like, and so I can expand my capacity for all that I want and for all that I'm here to experience, because I know I have a deep and meaningful and huge mission. And in order for me to step into it, I have to make room for it. And so this was the whole point of this, was to get rid of this stuff so I can make room for the new, and so I can expand my capacity for more. And so I can help you do the exact same thing, and showing you that it doesn't need to be hard. And honestly, I wasn't sure if it was going to be. And it would have been okay if it was. Like, it would have been okay if it was, because I also know where to tap in when it is. Like, this bringing stillness into my body is such an important piece of stepping into my full power. I need to be still. If I'm constantly go, 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 I'm not listening to the wisdom that's available to me right here, right now. So this stillness piece, this gate of stillness, is huge for me. It's huge for my design. It is an important piece that I tap into again and again and again, and have been since I've learned about my human design. Like, this has been an area of my chart that has been really important to me. And so if you are interested in knowing about your unconscious sun, pop your unconscious sun gate down below. If you don't know it, pop your chart down below, and I will tell you what it is and how you can use it to navigate any challenges that are coming your way. How does that sound? This was not the plan. This was not the plan. I just kind of wanted to share how this full moon has been going for me, and I'm super excited, because what I know is that now that I've moved this energy and that I'm aware of this, more aware of this energy, that I can make room for more fun and exciting and amazing things. And that's starting tomorrow with the Create the Life You Crave event. So excited. Who has questions? Any questions? Please let me know. I do still have a bunch of openings for human design readings in June. There will not be a lot of openings in July. So if you're looking at having, because I'm going on vacation. So if you're looking at having a reading, please do it in June, or you're going to have to wait until the end of July. And I don't want you to miss out. So please let me know. That can be either a basic or an advanced session if you've already had a regular session. I'm tweaking the fun advanced session plans behind the scenes. It's going to be juicy. It's juicy and fun and amazing. And there are some really fun behind the scenes offers that are available to you too. So if you have any questions about any of that, if you would like to go deeper on your human design so that you can move through your challenges with a lot more energy and ease, then please let me know. Have the most magnificent evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.